Hi, I'm Kristin Heron with the Ormond Art Museum. Welcome to the Art of Healing. If this is your first time joining us for an Art of Healing workshop, this is a time we set aside every month to let all of our cares float away for a moment while we're mindful in the practice of creating an art project. This month, we're going to create a Bluebird of Happiness. So I brought along the happiest girl I know. This is my dog, Enna Sunshine. So this would be a good time for you to set up a space in your house to work on your project with some things that make you feel happy and relaxed. You might want to gather some flowers or a candle, a cup of tea, your favorite pet, maybe some of your favorite music. And once you have your space set up, let's gather our supplies.
The first step is to create a three-dimensional bird sculpture. These are the supplies you'll need. Download this bird stencil at ormondartmuseum.org, or you can draw your own bird. Cut out the stencil and then trace it onto a piece of cardboard. Then cut out the bird. Next, we'll make the bird three-dimensional by giving it a body. Start by crumpling a ball of newspaper and then taping it to one side of the bird. This will give the bird a round side and belly. Then repeat that step on the other side of the bird. Next, crumple a slightly smaller ball of newspaper and tape it to the side of the bird's head. This will give the bird a rounded head. Repeat that step on the other side. At this stage, your bird is still somewhat malleable, so you can squeeze the paper and the tape until the bird is exactly the shape that you'd like it to be. The next step is to cover the entire bird with masking tape, leaving no newspaper or cardboard showing. Now it's time to cut some newspaper strips that we'll use to cover the entire bird sculpture. Cut more strips than you think you'll need, because once your hands are covered in glue, you won't want to go back to your scissors to cut more. Cut the strips into multiple sizes, small, medium, and large. Now make a mixture of half water, half glue. You can use a tray like mine, or you can use a cup. Stir it until it mixes together, and if it seems a little too thin, you can always add more glue. Lay the newspaper strips in your tray or cup and let them soak in the glue and water mixture. Then start adding them onto your bird sculpture. Lay each strip carefully, smoothing it out with your finger as you go. Keep overlapping the strips and laying more and more newspaper strips on your sculpture until the entire thing is smoothly covered in newspaper strips. Take as much time as you need to finish your sculpture and be sure no masking tape is showing. The whole thing should be covered in newspaper. Pause the video to finish and then let your bird dry. Once the bird has dried, it's time to give it some color. Be sure to set out all of your paint colors on a palette. You can use a piece of palette paper like I am, or a plate will work just as well. Be sure to also grab a cup of water and any brushes that you'll be using. I chose to paint my bird in blocks of color using different shades of blue. But you can use whatever colors you'd like to paint your bird. You can paint the entire sculpture, or you can leave pieces of newspaper showing through. One idea is to delineate different parts of the bird, like the beak and the wing, using different shapes. Once your first coat of paint has dried, you can go back and add patterns, like these little V's I used to represent feathers. Take as much time as you need to decorate your bird with paint. Let every layer dry in between. Pause the video to give yourself time. Now let's build a swing for the bird to perch on. Use 4 sticks to form a rectangle. Be sure that the space in the middle is big enough for your bird to fit. Use a glue gun to attach the 2 cross pieces. Now we'll make a hanger for the swing using craft wire. Take a length of craft wire and wrap one end of it around the top bar of the swing. Be sure to twist the wire so it won't come undone. Decorate the wire by adding colorful beads. Once you've added all the beads, wrap the loose end of the wire around the top bar of the swing. Be sure to twist the wire so that your wire hanger won't come loose. You can leave the wire hanger like this, or you can separate the beads into 2 halves and twist a loop at the top of the wire. Next, we'll reinforce the 4 corners of the swing by adding raffia. Put a dot of hot glue to secure one end of a length of raffia, and then wrap it diagonally around the corner. After you've wrapped it a few times, go in the other direction and continue wrapping diagonally. You can switch the directions back and forth until you've added enough raffia to secure the corner. Then flip your swing over and add a dot of hot glue to secure the end. You can trim any excess raffia with your scissors. Wrap the other 3 corners of the swing using the same process. Here's a look at what the finished swing should look like. Once the swing is complete, you can add the bird sculpture to perch on the swing. Simply add a dab of hot glue to the bird's belly and attach it to the swing. You may need to put your bird at a diagonal so that the tail falls behind a piece of bamboo and the beak falls in front of a piece of bamboo. This will help keep your bird secure.
I hope you had a lot of fun making your Bluebird of Happiness. They should all look something like this, but I know all of your pieces of art are gonna look different, so I'd love to see how they all turned out, and you can reach me at my museum email. You can send photos there. You can also follow the museum on Instagram and on Facebook to see pictures of your virtual classmates' work. So I hope you all have a wonderful month, and I'll see you back here next month for a new Art of Healing. Bye!